We are making our way up to Dorothy Lake to backpack. We've always wanted to backpack at Dorothy Lake. However, because it's typically a short hike, it gets really busy, so we've never actually backpacked it because it gets loud and crazy up there. But now with the road washed out 4 miles before you even get to the trailhead, there's a lot less people that come out this way. And so it should be a lot more quiet compared to normal. So overall, typically it's like 800 feet elevation gain, 1.9 miles. Now we're adding on 4 miles of road walk to get there, so now it's gonna be closer to 6 miles, and then probably at least another mile around the lake before we start finding campsites. So overall, not too bad. It's a lot cooler out right now than it has been, which is really nice. It's actually misting a little bit. So should be a really fun trip, and hopefully we won't have to deal with any wildfire smoke on this trip.
Invite Tony now.
Yeah.
Don't have to walk.
Hey, you want to go backpacking next weekend and the weekend after and the weekend after?
You have to bring the wagon.
Yeah. Yep, it was almost exactly 4 miles from the parking spot up to the actual trailhead. And just a heads up, if you need to go to the bathroom, they have it locked. So you'll have to figure out other options. One of my favorite parts about this hike is all the really cool features in the creek. So for the first 0.7 miles, you're following along the creek and you see all these waterfalls and little rock slides and all sorts of cool stuff. It looks like someone forgot their fish in a bag, which is kind of disgusting. Okay, we walked 10.4 miles around trying to find the perfect spot around the lake because there are bugs on the edges of the lake, and so it seems like right here, kind of center of the lake, the campsites are a lot better because there's more of a breeze. So that's just a nice little pro tip for you if you're coming up here. Look for the places with the breeze because the breeze coming through here and the bugs haven't really been that bad. We still have access down there to the water, so it's pretty good. Campsites are a little tight in here, but overall, really good spot. Sun keeps trying to come out, but then it gets covered back up. It is what it is. It'll probably rain on us. Then we'll cry.
Black 4?
Go fish.
Sarah, black 8. Is that really my first one?
I don't
Jeez.
have one yet.
Tony, red 2. It's a beautiful morning. Sun's popping out. There's no dew anywhere. Our campsite's pretty sweet. We've got room for a few tents, a couple hammocks, and then access to water down below, which is where I was fishing at yesterday. And then you got views across the lake. Lost them. Look like a little one.
Same one from last night.
Probably. Alright, we are heading out. The bugs got really bad once the wind stopped whipping through. So it is time for us to head back out. Overall, it was super quiet here though. There's like almost no one here, which is very unusual for Dorothy Lake. I definitely think that washout's helping keep it a lot more quiet. So definitely, if you get a chance, the road walk's boring, but the peace and quiet, the serenity, totally worth it. So at the end of the day, we're gonna have about 17 and a half miles round trip, and that includes walking around the lake trying to find campsites yesterday. Now that the sun's out, bugs kind of disappeared, which is good, but it is July, so July in Washington almost always has bugs, and then August it usually gets a lot better. So if there's a little breeze at your campsite or sun, you're probably gonna be a lot happier than the ones that are more tucked in. So just look for whatever site you can find. We are exiting on a Saturday, so we've seen a lot more groups coming up, so it is getting busier, so just recognize that you might have to start early, and the trailhead has very minimal parking because of the washout. But overall, super fun lake. It was very quiet up there, and it is really nice having this longer approach because you just get more solitude and serenity. So highly recommend, if you get a chance, come up to Dorothy Lake. And if you like to fish, make sure to bring your fishing poles.